Welcome to the second part of this presentation, in which we will show how the main switch can be used in mobile phones. This part of the presentation will cover the impact of the main switch on the reading and writing processes in mobile phones. A main switch may assume 2 or 3 positions in mobile phones. Although viruses are conventionally associated with PCs and laptops, increasingly mobile phones are becoming easy targets for different viruses. And as mobile phones become an indispensable part of our lives, virus threats against mobile phones will become increasingly common with the passage of time. How do viruses spread in mobile phones? Infected files usually show up disguised as applications like games, security patches, pornography, or free stuff. Here are 3 sources of mobile viruses. When a user downloads an infected file to a phone via PC or through the phone's own internet connection, viruses then can spread in the same way traditional computer viruses do. Or when a user receives a virus via Bluetooth when the phone is in discoverable mode, or when a user chooses to open and install an attachment, thus infecting the mobile phone. In mobile phones, the main switch will control the electronic gates of the mobile's solid memory. The net result? Viruses will be neutralized and hackers will be denied access to stored data. A main switch may assume 4 different positions, 3 achievable externally, and the 4th by cracking open the mobile phone itself. By assuming these positions, the main switch will control the reading and writing processes of each partition of the phone's solid memory by controlling the corresponding electronic gates. In the subsequent tables, green and red colors shall indicate that writing is turned on and off, respectively. Now let us consider the 3 positions assumed by the main switch and how these different positions impact the reading and writing processes of each partition of the phone's solid memory. At position 1, the so-called normal mode position, while we are surfing the net by using a mobile phone, all factory-installed operating systems, applications, and trusted personal data are safe and readable. Also at this position, a mobile phone is capable of saving all non-trusted data downloaded from the internet on the internet partition. Furthermore, all personal data, phone numbers, multimedia, and text files are safe and accessible because the confidential partition is in the read-only mode. At position 2, the so-called safe mode position, we are not surfing the net, and all factory-installed operating systems and trusted applications on the program partition are safe from alteration, while non-trusted data located on the internet partition are disabled and inaccessible. Thus, no virus potentially present on the internet partition can gain access to the other 2 partitions. Furthermore, personal trusted data located on the confidential partition can be read and written, so new phone numbers, multimedia files, or other trusted data can be added. While in position 2, and to achieve an additional level of security, a mobile phone can either be manually or automatically disconnected from the internet to ensure that the confidential partition is not vulnerable to an unauthorized access. Position 3 is the formatting mode position and is used exclusively to add or update operating systems and trusted applications on the program partition. At this position, both the confidential and internet partitions are disabled. A safety latch, situated between position 2 and 3, will protect the user from accidentally pushing down the main switch to the formatting mode position. In accordance with one or more designs of the present invention, a gadget using a data storage device with 3 partitions can also be provided with an additional internal switch and/or an inaccessible switch under normal use conditions. This switch can activate a 4th mode where read and write operations are enabled on all partitions. Such a mode would typically be used by the manufacturer or service personnel for system configuration and software installation or reinstallation. Manufacturers may also produce a storage device for mobile phones in which the main switch may assume only 2 positions. So how will a main switch which can assume only 2 positions impact the reading and writing processes of the mobile phone as we shift the main switch from the normal mode position to the safe mode position? At the normal mode position, we can surf the net, and yet all factory-installed operating systems and applications, as well as our personal trusted data and applications, are safe and readable. While we are surfing the net, a mobile phone is capable of saving all non-trusted data downloaded from the net on the Internet partition. We can surf the net, download data, and feel secure about our operating systems and personal data simply because writing capability for the program partition has been eliminated. When the main switch is at the safe mode position, we are not surfing the net. Therefore, at this position, reading and writing processes for the Internet partition have been eliminated. Also note that both reading and writing for program partition are fully enabled. Thus, a user may add new programs, phone numbers, multimedia files, and other trusted applications to the program partition. As with the previous configuration of the main switch for mobile phones, which can assume 3 positions, an additional position can be achieved by adding an internal switch to a mobile phone by adding a switch inaccessible under normal use conditions. This third mode will enable reading and writing operations on both partitions. Such a mode would typically be used by the manufacturer or service personnel for system configuration and software installation or reinstallation.